held the Cage Warriors welterweight title back in the day. A true veteran of the UK scene was Abdul Mohammed. So there's a bit of lineage there, and he wants to take a Cage Warriors title back to Middlesbrough himself. So a lot riding on this one for the young man from Middlesbrough.
Yeah, and you know, it's fair to say as well, this is a significant step up in competition for him. Not just he's facing someone undefeated, someone with a lot more cage time, a lot more experience in him as well.
Please welcome his opponents, making the walk to the cage in the red corner, Madars LatvianExpress Fleminas!
Choo-choo and all aboard the Latvian Express. Madars Fleminas, interestingly, Josh, has just signed a long-term contract with Cage Warriors. This is the first bout of that contract, and he's looking to obviously kick it off with a bang. And, you know, you look at the welterweight division, Ross Houston got the title shot around the same sort of level career-wise as Fleminas is at now. Fleminas looking to get a couple of big signature wins and put his name in the hat in the stacked Cage Warriors welterweight division.
Yeah, I mean, look, you say undefeated, it's kind of hard to be ignored, right? So, 31 years old is Madars Fleminas, bringing that undefeated 6-0 record in. Pretty good finish ratio as well. 3 TKOs, 1 sub on those. A lot of experience at amateur as well, though. Had a 9-1 record as an amateur. Actually only lost in his very early pro debut. So, you know, he's rocking that 15-fight win streak through both divisions coming into this one. We've only seen him once before. That was at Cage Warriors 101. Took a split decision win over Matt Bonner. Matt Bonner, a very tough, grinding, strong kind of wrestler. And Fleminas able to get the job done there. So showing some good form.
Yeah, that was a great fight against Bonner, and you know, you talk about close decisions. That was really, really close to call that fight. However, Fleminas did get the win. He went on in his next 2 contests to defeat 2 undefeated welterweights in a row. Can he get the 3rd here tonight? We're about to find out.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight, 169.6 pounds. He is fighting out of Middlesbrough in England and brings into the cage a professional record of 4 wins. Introducing to you, George Hardwick. Standing opposite him in the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. Official weight, 169.6 pounds. He is fighting out of Grimsby in England and brings into the cage a professional mixed martial arts record of 6 wins. Introducing to you, Madars LatvianExpress Fleminas. Your referee in charge when the action begins, Mr. Rich Mitchell.
One of the UK's finest referees. No nonsense, Rich Mitchell, about to get this one underway. 3 5-minute rounds in the Cage Warriors welterweight division, should they need them. George Hardwick in the red, Madars Fleminas in the black with red trim.
Let's go.
2 undefeated welterweights. Touch your gloves. We are underway.
Fleminas with a little bit of a reach advantage here. A little bit rangier perhaps, but it's Hardwick with the centre of the cage early.
Second bout of the year for Hardwick. Fleminas has been in the cage already 3 times this year, so a 4th contest. Was supposed to face Aaron Khalid in Wales earlier this year for us here in Cage Warriors, but unfortunately Khalid injured. We do wish him all the best in his road to recovery.
Just a bit of feeling out here by throwing some feinting strikes. Switch of stance for Hardwick, going southpaw now.
We spoke to Fleminas earlier in the week and he said, look, I'm actually happy about the situation with my previous opponent pulling out and getting this fight here in Birmingham. It's closer to his hometown. He's got more support here. For every cloud having a silver lining, ringing true here for Fleminas as he gets to work with that pumping jab.
Yeah, a little bit more active at the moment. Going to be first to the punch.
And we saw that very loose, herky-jerky style against Bonner. And he told us earlier in the week, he's not just here to fight and win, he wants to put on a show, he wants to entertain as well. He really is trying to bring the whole package to his fights.
Yeah, you saw how quick he looked to get that plumb clinch in that little tie-up earlier, just really trying to immediately bring the head of Hardwick down onto a knee.
The nice counter right hand from Hardwick, though. Fleminas really using that length well early, Joe.
Well, that's it. He covered so much range surging forward there. I mean, it's hard to, you know, you've really got to be good at lateral movement in defense to deal with that. You can't expect to go backwards faster than he can come forwards.
Doing some great work behind that jab early is Fleminas. Let's see if he can start putting the combinations together. Caught Hardwick there. Hardwick, though, nonplussed.
Yeah, again, it's just a composed performance from both of them at the moment. He immediately fights the hands back inside. And Hardwick, for the first time against the cage in his corner, but Fleminas with a good head position and the underhook there.
Interesting to see what Fleminas can do in the grappling phase of this fight. Of course, the last performance we saw from him was very, very striking oriented, so something to look out for the LatvianExpress.
Yeah, this is strong work on these underhooks from Hardwick. Fleminas manages to pummel back inside. And yeah, you see the corner of Hardwick have picked up on that. The Fleminas is beating him to the head position every time. And being the slightly taller fighter, this will get particularly uncomfortable for him. Oh, that's good work from Hardwick. Not able to maintain though.
Great exchanges early on, and the crowd appreciative of the action here at the Resort World Arena.
Yes, good pace. I mean, that's an example of a very active clinch from both guys. Nothing static about it whatsoever.
Nice kick to the body there from Fleminas. He's a very, very active fighter in there.
Yeah, he's using the range well. Work rate's good.
Nice left from Hardwick there, and again.
That's what Fleminas can't do. He can't stay inside there without really putting on the damage on Hardwick. Got the range, let's use it.
Those fingers, watch those fingers.
And you hear referee Rich Mitchell there just cautioning the fighters for moving the hand forward with the fingers outstretched. They've got to keep the fist closed. It's one of the many amendments to the unified rules over the years to reduce some of the instances of accidental eye pokes. Fleminas really putting the strikes together here.
Yeah, good cut kick from Hardwick, but he's not getting a second to rest. Again, that's a good body lock for him. Hasn't been able to use it that effectively yet, though. A good muscle takedown. Weighing on the hip.
Yeah, Fleminas fighting this with everything he's got, but...
Yeah, you see the corner of Hardwick, think that might steal him the round if he gets the takedown, but I honestly don't think it will. It's certainly not going to be significant enough, even if he just dropped him down to the butt for a second.
Well, it's certainly hard fought. First round there. We saw a little bit of everything. Hardwick doing a good job on the feet. Fleminas doing a great job with his jab. Let's take a look back at some of the action. Nice 1-2 there from the LatvianExpress.
Yeah, I think on balance, Fleminas getting the better of the work rate. Hardwick had his moments, though. His good right hand coming off that close of distance. You know, in the clinch, I think Fleminas getting a little bit better of it with the control.
Nice left hook there from George Hardwick, though.
Yeah, Hardwick threw back. It's a tough one for the judges, this. I do think Fleminas generally got the better of the standing, but Hardwick with some good moments.
Yeah, it's one of the advantages that Madars Fleminas has. He's a very active fighter. He often looks like he's doing perhaps a little bit more than he actually is.
Yeah, so the judges are going to be paying close attention to what actually landed. Certainly more than we are while we're trying to talk at the same time.
Basically, if we get it wrong, that's why.
Exactly. See, Hardwick has to bring the hips in and abandon any sort of takedown.
Great right hand on the break from Fleminas, looking to up the tempo here. And that jab really is piercing the guard of George Hardwick.
Oh, goes to the body, mixes it up nice, but he eats an uppercut there. It's a good response from Hardwick.
Hardwick with a hard leg kick there, and he's cut Fleminas over the left eye.
Oh, left on the break as well.
Hardwick putting his foot on the gas here. Fleminas punching back.
Yeah, he's taking a bit of damage coming in, but he's counter-punching really nicely now in this little passage.
Business picking up here in the second round.
See if he goes to that leg again. I think he's identified the lead leg is. There we go.
Oh, nice shot there from Fleminas. Straight back from Hardwick.
Yeah, Fleminas just doesn't have as tight a guard as Hardwick does.
Oh, huge shots from both fighters. That one looked like it may have rattled Fleminas a little bit, Josh.
Yeah, Fleminas, like I say, Fleminas doesn't keep his guard that tight, and that opens up even more when he's throwing strikes. So that's why these wide counter punches of Hardwick are finding a home.
Yeah, the cut doesn't look to be troubling Fleminas too much. It seems to be just over to the side of the eye, so it's not actually bleeding into the eye yet. Of course, that could all change in these grappling phases or if this hits the ground.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty clean at the moment. That's a good pick-up on the double. First time this one hits the mat. Fleminas trying to stay on that body lock.
Oh, spinning backflip from Fleminas. George Hardwick takes it on the chin. Please, sir, can I have another?
Yeah, slaps his gloves together as well. Oh, they were still only 2.5 minutes into this round. I've no idea how they didn't keep this work rate up.
Let's see, nice step and elbow there from Fleminas again. Goes back to that jab that served him so well.
But you can see just the Fleminas is that little bit scrappier.
Both guys landing in these exchanges. Fleminas got the better of that one, I'd wager. Oh, nice 1-2 followed by a head kick.
Yeah, Hardwick abandoned the counter-punching there, and it just left him sitting there a bit static. Switch coming, but with the head on the inside, he should be safe.
Hardwick took that combination like an absolute champ, though, but be wise not to roll the dice on that.
Look how quickly he had to abandon that takedown with the shots from Fleminas coming in. Got to be careful, he's going to get cross-faced. He needed that guard recovery. He got out of position when he tried to cut the angle in the wrestle. And this was a good guard recovery and a needed guard recovery.
And on a night where fans and media have been talking about the fight of the night potential on our main card, George Hardwick and Madars Fleminas putting in a good bid early on in the prelims.
Yeah, they really are. Let's see what Hardwick does from his back here. He's a little bit flat. Well, there he goes. Knee shield coming in. He's going to go Kimura on that far side. You know, it's tough to finish from half guard. It's the knee shield. It's doable, absolutely, but it is tough.
He's got just under a minute to play with. Oh, we'd love to hear your thoughts on who you've got winning this one. Join in the conversation on social media. Use the hashtag CW109 at Cage Warriors on all your social channels.
He's giving up that underhook. And he's getting flattened out again. See, every time he has to go back to shoulders flat on the mat, it takes all that effort to build back up to your hip, which is where you attack from. Fleminas had a chance to free that leg, actually, with the angle he had.
Fleminas dropping some short shots in now. 20 seconds left in the round. Hardwick trying to throw those legs up.
Yeah, back to close guard. Feet on the hips, looking to attack, looking to sweep, but he's not going to have time to do it.
Beautiful shot from Fleminas. Hardwick takes it like an absolute champ though and marches forward. Yeah, both the guys have taken their licks in that second round, Josh.
Yeah, really going to be hoping they put the time in the camp for the cardio on this one.
Go back over there. Okay, ready.
Third and final round underway. Nice show of respect from both fighters.
Yeah,
one of them is just 5 minutes away from remaining undefeated.
They know they're in a good, entertaining scrap here as well. So So Hardwick marching forward. Going to have some head movement behind that guard, though.
Arguably, Fleminas' best weapon all night has been that straight jab. He's used it to cover so much distance and set up that second shot so well. That's something we've not seen as much from Hardwick. He's been more of a counter puncher.
Yeah, he's getting beaten to the punch every time.
Fleminas keeping his man guessing there. Spinning back kick attempt there from Hardwick.
It's different for Hardwick because it comes up the open side for Fleminas, so arguably a little bit more dangerous for him to deal with.
Hardwick switching stances here as well, giving Fleminas a lot to think about here, certainly not letting his man settle.
Yeah, he's got to get back to the leg as well, I think. That was a good weapon for him. It was a good scoring weapon. Fleminas, you know, he stands quite wide in this stance.
Game with the jab there, Fleminas. Perhaps a little bit more cautious in this third round. Doesn't want to make a silly mistake here. And of course, as you would expect, the pace surely taking its toll on both these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see Hardwick. The offense from him has been very limited so far in this round.
Fleminas did a good job of catching that kick and scooping it to the side, punching his way into the clinch. Punches his way out.
Yeah, again, Fleminas just keeping the offense going. The jab just keeps him guessing.
Another nice one too.
Good fundamentals from Fleminas in that regard. He's not having to deal with the counter-punching too much yet.
Slapping back fist there from Fleminas off the court kick. And a nice little fake. Oh, hammer fist from Fleminas. You've got to love the standing hammer fist.
You have, but it shows just how much more static Hardwick is being in this round. You know, he's really eating that first shot almost every time. He's just accepting I'm going to take that and deal with what comes next.
Tried that 1-2 left high kick there, did Fleminas. Didn't land the kick that time, but really is putting Hardwick through the ringer now. Hardwick with a big, solid shot there. Fleminas busier on the inside, able to punch his way out. Oh, nice uppercut and a jab from Fleminas. And off the two, Josh, it seems that Hardwick is slowing that little bit faster.
He's absolutely slowing here. I mean, the body shots haven't helped. I am surprised we haven't seen that big sort of long-range uppercut from Fleminas as well, because he knows that Hardwick's going to cover and retreat into that guard. There we go, every time retreats into that guard at the threat of the jab. So you'd figure that uppercut through the middle would be a good option for him.
And with 90 seconds on the clock, a stoppage perhaps not out of the realms of possibility here for Fleminas if he can keep this pace up. Hardwick still dangerous with his big shots though.
Catching the kick, puts him down, and he's got a minute 14 to work here. Been on the back foot the whole round. We're going to step over that near guard. Fleminas trying to work back inside. A few options here. He's fighting that far arm. Shoot triangle over the top. Hardwick can't let him stand up easily here. And again, we saw Fleminas in this position. Very good with the striking attacks.
Oh, nice elbows there from Fleminas on the inside. Fleminas has just been relentless in this third round, Josh.
Yeah, it's again, second fight in a row, phenomenal work rate. You know, looking for a chin strap grip here. Thinking about a 10-finger guillotine, maybe. Tough to see the grip. Looks to spin to the back. Oh, he's going to capture the head back. And he just about does. See how he just caught the crossface, managed to follow it.
I mean, what a performance from both these guys. We've seen some excellent stuff out of both corners, but Madars Fleminas putting on a real showcase performance here and still looking for the finish in the dying seconds.
Yeah, third round was undoubtedly Fleminas', and by the largest of margins, you know, for this bout. Hardwick, just when he came out for that third round, just didn't quite look the same.
Fleminas told us earlier this week he's coming out here to put on a show to entertain the fans, and he certainly did as we take a look at some of his handiwork now.
Yeah, just the jab just made Hardwick cover up, and even when the jab didn't land, and it did land a lot, it just set up that right-hand shot repeatedly.
Beautiful overhand, right? The range was perfect on that.
They're just clubbing blows, aren't they? Went to the body a few times as well.
Hardwick able to catch the kick on that occasion, but unfortunately not able to gain any advantage on the ground there.
No, that was Hardwick's opportunity to work, to try and, you know, maybe bluster Fleminas, try and force something significant, and he just didn't look like he had anything left to do it.
I mean, one of these guys was going to have to leave this fight without their undefeated record, but I don't think either of them are going to leave this fight with anything but their heads held high. That was two very, very stout workmanlike performances. Let's throw it to our MC in the cage, Mr. Hal Chaplin, and he will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to our judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by way of unanimous decision. In the red corner, Madars LatvianExpress Fleminas.
30-27 on all cards. The fight perhaps early on a little bit closer than the scorecards suggest. Regardless, another big win for Madars Fleminas on Cage Warriors. The first fight of his new contest is a victorious one. The LatvianExpress is here to stay, and we are going to move right on to our featured prelim contest. It's a catchweight bout between Commande and Jordan, the Epidemic Vikinic.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving now to our featured